this season, because we know what will happen. The devil is in control this season, so please just be wise. And this is the word for you all this afternoon. Think about the so many days and years you have spent together. Don't use one day to destroy it. That's our motive throughout this December, or our slogan throughout this December. Think about the so many days or years you have been together. Don't use one day to destroy it. December, it's already there. Marriages, families, relationship, courtships. Maybe you've been even in that courtship for 6 years. It's possible. There are some people like that. True love, things can happen. 3 years, even 1 year. And don't just use one day to spoil it because of one simple mistake. So we are here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As far as the program is concerned, despite the bad weather out there, I thank God for Counselor Elizabeth John. We see you this afternoon. It's a month of, topical issues. Keep sending your files. We will take them from January. It's going to be, topical, it's going to be files. So we have them here. We will take them accordingly as they come in. Greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen. I remain your regular host as far as the program is concerned, and it's always NG Television. So it's Miss B or Lady B. So we stay put right now while we see what we go talk on this afternoon. As far as the program is concerned, what were you expecting to hear from us this afternoon? You see Miss B going through her file this afternoon. There are lots of topical issues there. Last week we talked on, it had to do with Femin make that, ladies and gentlemen. Good. How can couples solve or resolve their conflicts amicably without bringing in a third party? I think it was a dose we had from this end. How can couples resolve their conflicts amicably without bringing in a third party? We talked about that. We have to talk about, children and parenting. We have infidelity in marriages. We have how can a husband solve dispute between his wife and the sister. That is what we're going to talk about today. While we're getting closer to December, we have to handle that's children and parenting. Parenting in children, parents and their children, because December is a period where lots of things happen when it comes to families, children and their parents, relationships, marriages, and so on. And that's why we're reserving this particular topical issue for December. Children and parenting. So last week it was how can couples resolve their differences or conflicts amicably, peacefully, without bringing in a third party. Hope you had a dose from Counselor Elizabeth John. Today we're going to talk on how can a husband solve dispute between his wife and his sister. His wife and his sister, not sister-in-law, his own sister. How can a husband solve that kind of dispute? That's what we're going to talk about today. The counselor is looking at me and smiling, but again, it's a big problem. Children and parenting, we can come up with it, but we want the children to really get this in December. We know what happened in December. Or we come with children and parenting today. Maybe it's another way to start preparing parents for December. So I'll leave the choice in the hands of the counselor this afternoon to choose which one we go discuss. There are 4 we prepared for this month of November, since we have 4 Saturdays. So we had infidelity in marriages. We had how can a couple or couples solve their differences amicably without bringing in a third party, and children and parenting. And then how can a husband solve dispute between his wife and his sister? So the counselor will tell us which one we're handling today, because Miss B is thinking about, December. We're already in December. Children, parents, homes, families, marriages, and again, husbands, and I don't know which one, but let's say hi to the counselor since we're already behind time, and we'll see what we can handle this afternoon. Good afternoon, Counselor Elizabeth.
Thank you, Betty. You are welcome. So, as far as the demand is concerned, which is the urgent demand now?
The urgent one is children and parenting.
Right.
December is at the corner.
All right. So
I
go
don't know
ahead
if I'm
with that
correct.
one.
Good.
It all depends on you.
Thank you so much. Children and parenting. So we've made the choice for you all. Which do you want? You can write to us. Numbers are in front of your screen. Today we're not going to focus on the question for the day here, because it's a whole topic on its own. Just permit us put it there. We know why we've put it there. You start brainstorming on it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, children and parenting. We have December. Now, I'm glad to announce to you all that she is not just a counselor nor a guide to children, nor a pastor, but again someone who equally deals with issues that has to do with kids. And so she's in a better position session to talk about this particular topic this afternoon: children and parenting. Now, somebody may be wondering, what does children and parenting has to do with marriage counseling? It has a big role to play, a very big role. We are in December already. Yeah, November is December, and there are lots of children that will fall apart with their parents this season if care is not taken. So, children and parenting. The first question there is, how do you build your relationship with your children in terms of your daily interaction with children? As a parent, also she's also a parent, how do you build relationship with your kids? Very important. Lots of parents don't know how to build relationship with their children. Is it all about scolding the children for the little error and so on? But how do we build relationship with our kids as a parent and a counselor?
Thank you, Betty. It's a very pertinent question. Some of the causes of juvenile delinquency is lack of parenting, proper parenting.
Thank you.
So many parents are crying outside there how their children are going wayward, and it came to me like a burden to write on that topic. It triggers my emotion to write on a book preparing for the future of children. And as far as that question is concerned, most time when parents fail to have good interaction with their children in the house, it leads to a lot of juvenile delinquency. And so I think parents should play a kind of role of friendly relationship with their children. If you want to behave with your child as you are a father, you are a mother, you will fail. Because yes, don't behave with them like you are the father. That attitude, I'm the father, I'm the mother, scares away children. Take your children as your friend. That is the first point. When you take children as friends, they are freely, they freely interact with you, and give you parents some of their secret without being scared. So the first point is that parents should make their children friends. Why I say friends? When you make your child your friend, the child will be free to tell you some of the secrets. They will be free to tell you secrets. And when secrets are laid out between two friends, it will be easy for parents to solve some certain problems that children are going through. So that is the first point. They should behave as friends in the house. Okay. They should not behave like an authoritative, I am a father, I'm a mother. It make children to be scared. So first, let them behave as friends. As they behave as friends in the house, children now will not feel free to reveal some of their secrets to their parents. While they are revealing those secrets, parents now will not know how to handle it. But if you want to behave as, I'm the father, I'm the mother, they will be scared. And once they are scared, they cannot tell you some certain things. They will hide it to themselves. And as such, you can't know what children are going through.
Thank you so much, Councillor Elizabeth John. The first point there, we have to, create a friendly atmosphere with our children. Make them to be open to you. It's not enough being, Now understand why even marriages, they always say marriages should extend beyond love and to a stage of friendship. Now we have parents who have grown in those days. For example, they have that, old education of, maybe they pass through harsh treatment or some strict rules and so on, and they feel that their children today should also be made to go through that kind of path to be able to be good children in life. But they forget that the days are changing. Children today know things that parents maybe did not know in those days. For example, technology is one of them. It's advancing. The world has gone, global, big, digital. And so you don't expect a 3-year-old child today not to know certain things concerning sex education and so on. Whereas in those days, it was a taboo too. So in this kind of context, looking at today's society and yesterday's society, it's an indication that parents have a big role to play. Now, a child that happens to find his or herself in this kind of environment where the parents don't understand that the world today is not like the world yesterday, how do that kind of child...
Thank you, Betty. I love that question so much. Somebody make a statement, as you were just saying. I remember a statement that Abraham Lincoln made. He said the documents of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. He said we must think anew and we must act anew. What does it mean? It means that the strategies and the knowledge we were having yesterday, the challenges of today, they are advancing as far as time is going on. Challenges are advancing, which means that the knowledge we had yesterday is inadequate to solve the problem of today, because they are increasing every day according to the law of progress. Every aspect in life has a progressive dimension, with each phase of progress relative to timing. So parents should not take the disciplined way or the strict way in which they were living. That kind of way of living was equivalent to the challenges of that time. So now, as you have said, with the technology advancing, things have changed, and so we must think anew. We must react new. We must get new knowledge on how to solve some of our stormy present, the present situation. We must think new and we must act new, because the challenges are advancing from one minute to the other, as you have said. We should not rely on the past knowledge
or how you grew.
No, we should
maybe
not.
Some parents may be watching right now. But let's first of all leave the aspect of the kids. We will come to talk about the kids. If we don't have time today, even next week, we don't know God's will. Let's see how it goes. Now, some parents may be watching right now, and maybe they're not aware of the fact that the days today are not like in those days. What are some of those advice we can give them? But it's too big. Let me break them down right now. The first thing we just talked about December, ladies and gentlemen, is at the corner, and there are lots of kids who are just on their own. Parents don't have time for them, or maybe you have time but it's not enough. There is something more. Maybe that aspect of friendship is lacking, and so on and so on. I need a word for parents this afternoon. December is at the corner. How do you bring your children close? If you're watching, maybe your child is not your friend, and so on. Is there a way you can bring them back, especially this season?
Yes, in this season, during your evening hours, Papa, you are back from work. Child, you are back from school. During your evening hours, bring them together.
Bring them together.
That is the first thing parents we should do. We should bring our children together. How was school today? Did you understand your teacher? Try to communicate with them softly. Did you understand your teacher? What did you dream today? Begin to ask them some small questions. Did you dream well today? How did you sleep? You went to school today, you are back. Did you understand your teacher? Let me understand. Show me your notes. That one will bring children together. They will be happy because Papa and Mama, they are asking them some small questions. Then when you bring them together in the evening, the first thing you need to do is to say, let us pray.
Good.
Let me see your note. Did you understand your note? Children are very, very interested when parents are so anxious to know about their studies.
But a parent that did not go through that will not be able to offer that.
Betty, I wrote something in my book. Even if you don't know how to read and write, hold your book in your hand.
Okay, just hold it.
Just hold it. Hold your book. You comfort the children somehow. Just carry the reader as a mother or as a father. Carry the reader of the child or the book, the exercise book. Just hold it. How was school today? If you don't know how to read, but you can communicate. How was school today? Did you understand your teacher? What difficulties are you facing? When you do like that, they come closer to you. What do you want to eat? Do you love this one? Do you not love this one? By doing so, even if you don't have the money to provide, it is showing a kind of emotional feelings to the children. So the first thing is that gather your children, communicate with them, be social to them in the evening. Try to ask them, the difficulties in school, what they don't like in life and what they like in life. Then give them small stories of life challenges.
Good.
From a story, this is what parents are going to do. Just from a story, for instance, we are in Bafusam, you can just say, something happened in Mashebe today. A woman went to the market with tomato to sell. Something happened. Just frame a story that will either give them a lesson of what happened during the day, so that in order to make them escape some of the ills that they used to undertake. You can frame a story that a child went to school and the child did not enter the class. This is what happened. After the child did not enter the class, the child stayed behind, and before you know it, somebody came and raped the child, or somebody came and kidnapped the child, and today the parents are no more seeing the child. Frame stories and tell them. Begin to tell them stories. In 1980, just from something, there was a man that was a very good man. He used to go to farm, come back, help the children to do their homework. The children like stories. Begin to frame stories, small stories, and give the children that can impact them positively and give them a lesson on how to live in life. Give them stories. That's the first thing I want parents to do this season. Bring them together, give them stories, ask about their well-being. They will be happy.
Good. If you've not
by so doing, Betty, yes, of course, by so doing, Betty, you have the opportunity emotionally to bring children to you. Now, by bringing them to you now, you have to know some of their challenges. You have to know some of what they love and what they don't love, their likes and their dislikes. And you begin to give them some promises based on your vision. Even though you don't have the present means to solve some of those problems, but give them assurance and make them know you care for them.
Thank you so much. Very
Make them know you
important.
care for them.
So that's the first step.
That is the first
We're
step.
talking about December. You just mentioned juvenile delinquency there.
Yes.
That's moral decadence is going to increase this season. Children, and again, lots of, and the first step that we say that parents start occupying yourself with your kids this season.
Of course.
The devil is out
Bring-
this
I
season.
say,
December is at the corner.
during the evening hours, Betty, bring your
them
children together.
No matter how busy you
No
are,
matter, you can't be busy mother.
because maybe it's a single mother,
Betty,
and so on.
having children is a responsibility.
Having children is the responsibility.
Yes, it is not a kind of a right. It's a privilege and a responsibility. So we must get up and face our
So
responsibility.
no matter how busy you are, you
You
must take
can't
time.
tell me you are busy. You are busy since morning till, let me say, 4 o'clock. You were working. Now children are back in the house. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Gather your children together and have a time to converse with them.
Especially this season.
Of course, that is what will make them escape some of the things they can do negatively.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Mhm.
So
Bring them
we're
together.
calling on parents out there on board the program, meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. It's a whole big topic to handle. We don't know where to start, but bit by bit we will get there.
Yes.
The very best is in the air as far as this program is concerned, and as far as NG Television is concerned. The very best is still to come.
Yes.
It's in the air, you understand? So we're saying that this season, I think I like that first approach. It may be so big, we don't know where to start, but start
Yes.
by bringing your children
them
together.
together.
Start bringing them together.
During evening hours.
So during evening hours, now must it only be a December routine?
No, it should be something regular. This should be a lifestyle. Parents should take this as a lifestyle, please, Betty.
I like the answer.
That is a
Now,
lifestyle.
Parents should take it as a lifestyle.
Yes.
There are some 100% in the farm and so on, business and so on, but at least even in December, make it a habit.
Betty, I say make it as a lifestyle. You go to
And
farm,
how
you
many
don't sleep in
parents-
farm now.
How many parents do have that time?
Betty, let me say some of our parents, they are farmers. But we have aunties in the house. When they go to school, who is responsible with these children in the house? It can be that. See, they can also do that, even in the absence of the parents who have gone to the farm.
Good.
Yes, they can do that.
So if you've never done it, use this opportunity even to
Yes.
start that.
Bring your children
At
together.
least December is that period where reconciliation in families and so on. I'm glad we're starting this today because I didn't know where we'll start, but I think it's high time we start preparing the children before it's too late. December, we don't want children, especially the teenage, girl, the teenage boy, the adult boy or girl to fall a victim this season. That's why we're here. And now, talking about December, we just mentioned the fact that there are lots of, moral decadence that will take place this season. Lots of, juvenile delinquency and so on. Atrocities, you understand, sexually and so on, in terms of drugs and so on. There are so many, but again, the first question there, or another angle I want us to see this time around, is there a particular, age where parents ought to introduce sex education to their children? Because talking about December, because of that, I don't even want to enter that dress or this. Peer pressure is one of them. Is there a particular age? Recently in Yaoundé, just this week, a group of students were caught in a particular lycée in an orgy. And it's becoming a style now within, school milieu and so on. And that's why I'm coming back again to ask this after. Is there a particular age that sex education should be introduced to a child?
Betty, from
We
7
just
years.
talked about technology today.
Yes.
Even at 3, a child will notice what
Yes.
their parents did not notice
Of
because
course,
there was
yes.
no technology in the time.
It's a
So
good question.
is there a particular age?
Betty, a child, when the child is, let me say from 2-3 years, they watch images, my telephone, for instance, look at it, this phone. My children spend hours more than me, myself. They have said a lot of things in this phone that I don't know how to do them. So they are used
And
to.
how old are they?
One is 4 years and one is 10 years.
You see that?
The 4 years child already know how to manipulate phone. They are seeing things that, there is a saying that every human being was born at a state of ignorance and undeveloped potential. And so when knowledge start coming, ignorance begins to be eradicated. So what I want to tell you is that from 3-4 years, people or children already, they are already aware of everything.
So there's nothing to hide.
There is nothing to hide.
At this point, we need to choose our words.
No, I'm coming.
Okay.
So from these 4 years, we must start behaving in a way, start living an example life.
Okay.
Parents should live a life of example, positive way of living, because the behavior and the way parents live will sound 1,000 things in the life of children or in the senses of children. So parents should live by example. Parents should live by example. At times, when a child sees something through images in the television or through any social media, and sees that the parents are not living that way, the child will begin to focus sometimes on the parents to see that behavior. So behavior of parents, sometimes when parents behave negatively, children take it as a standard of life. And when parents behave positively, children take it as ethics of life. So from 7 years, Betty, even though children from 4, they are already watching, but they might not know what it stands for. But those images are being engraved into the subconscious. It engraved into the subconscious. And so there is no way we can control the social media, because we can't be with children all the time. What I am advising is that with this advanced age, children are already watching it. They are aware. They are aware. Ignorance is eradicated because knowledge has come. They are aware. But I think the proper time we parents will need to start teaching them is from 7 years.
From 7. Why do you choose 7?
I choose 7 because at that juncture a child knows the difference between good and bad. 7 years.
So not 5 even?
Let me say from 5.
Okay.
Not teaching a child something which is good and bad. In fact, from birth. Okay. In fact, from the stomach, the institute of the mother's womb. I say so when parents or when women are pregnant, a pregnant woman should start communicating to the child in the womb. Because a child, even from the fetus, from 3 months, they have developed ears, eyes, and they know everything. Every activity vibrated by a pregnant woman is a kind of self-development to the child in the womb. So from birth, communication should be dished to the child, so that anything the child comes out, and start doing is as a result of what that child learned when he was in the womb.
Very important.
Yes. A wise man make a statement that children are entrenched in the womb. They come out telling lies as soon as they are born, which means that lies telling was being learned in the womb. Yes. So, right from the womb, children picked everything and they start reacting based on what they have seen people portraying. So as far as this one you are asking me about, sex education is concerned, from 7 years. Sex education should be dished to children from 7 years. 7 years, Betty. Okay. When you talk of 5, let parents live a good example. Okay. And try to advise them to keep good company. Advise children from 5 years to keep good company and live a good example of life. From 7, communications of sex education should start. I say from 7.
From 7.
From 7.
Thank you so much. We stick there. We may not really be able to really go deep this afternoon, but permit us touch even the surface. If you're just tuning in, you're on NG Television, the program Marriage Counseling, and we're already into December. We don't want to, we want our society back the way that will please everyone. Though it's not possible, but it's possible if someone somewhere make a decision. Because I remember Nelson Mandela in one of his speeches or write-ups, he says if one person is affected somewhere, everyone is affected everywhere. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You can be a part of the conversation this afternoon. Question for the day, will not deal with that today because we do not have time. Now, I'm still into that. You choose 7. 5, you start, behaving, you yourself
rightly,
be of a moral example.
With counseling,
and so on. Now, you have children whose psyche, the intellectual capacity is something else. At 3,
I'm not refusing, Betty.
I'm coming to the fact that at 3, these children already mature.
Yes.
And their children
They are not mature. They are so smart. They are wise. They are not mature. They are wise.
You see things that they do, and you are like, what? But as at 3 and so on, good. You see, very smart. Their psyche is already fast developing and so on. Now somebody said at 3, maybe at 3, if you have that kind of child, maybe you start, you can teach sex education, but you choose the words. Is it possible?
Betty, I refuse.
It's not possible. Even
3 years, don't teach a child about sex education. You might engraft a kind of image in the life of a child who is still ignorant. I say no.
Thank you.
Don't go so fast to engrave something in the brain of a child that will make a child start acting on it. I say no. 3 years is too small. Teach the child. When I say teaching, begin to counsel the child, show the child positive information, give the child stories of positive things. That is your own responsibility. Give the child positive information. Let the
to sit up. Thank you so much, Counselor Elizabeth John. All right. Apart from the fact that there is this aspect and so on, now there are some children. They are already grown out of these moral principles based on their situation. Maybe because they were raised single-handedly by
single parents,
a mother or a father. The role of one parent in bringing up a child is very important. So children who must have grown this way, and they are already finding it bad out there. This is the season where it's going to be bad for a number of them out there. Some may be watching. What is that advice we can give them this afternoon?
To these children?
These children
who are brought up by a single parent.
Oh, no, we don't know. Maybe single parents, maybe circumstances like some with grandparents and so on, and they are already finding it difficult, in terms of being, morally upright in the society. And so December is at the corner. Lots of them will just be like, I'm free. I listen to nobody. Or maybe they've never had control and so on.
Children who do not have privilege to be, to be brought up by, qualified parents or available, reliable parents. What I can tell you this afternoon is that life has consequences, have good and bad part of it. So you need to see what is happening in the world today. If you were ignorant of some certain foundational principles, what you need to do now is you need to get knowledge of the consequences of things. Love your life. Your life is all you have. You don't have two lives. If you play with it anyhow, you'll be counted as a lost person. So you do not have this fundamental knowledge. You know the consequences of things. You know what is happening outside. People go outside. Some of them I'm watching in the internet because of boyfriends. They will go and fight because of a rich boyfriend, and some of them end up losing their life. Love your life. What I want to tell you, love your life and know that what you did not know from the beginning, know it now. That you need to keep life positive. You need to apply positive principles to keep your own life a better life. You need to live long, number one. You need to live a good way so that you live well on earth here. So if you do not have that fundamental principle, I repeat, know it today. You have eyes. You are seeing what is happening in the world. You know the consequences of things. If you want to apply those principles, you were being brought up and you know they are bad, they are negative, you will lose your life. I don't have anything to tell you but that you will lose your life. If you love your life, change and apply positive principle to make you live long. That is all better I have to tell them.
Thank you so much, dear Counselor.
That is what I have to tell them, because they have books to read. Let them read books. Are they not seeing what is happening in the world? Are they not seeing consequences? Some of them will go to school and they are not sitting in their classes. They go to swim and they end up dying in the stream. Are they not seeing what happened, that they are going to school, they didn't go to school, they now sit in bars, and in the course of, you know, playing with boyfriends, you know how their lives have ended in the bar. They know these things. They are watching social medias. They know what is happening, Betty. So what I'm telling them is that they should know, choose the kind of information to listen to, choose the kind of things to watch, and make their life right. There is no time for ignorance. They were not brought up by parents. This time around, knowledge is widespread. Let them go and get knowledge and know the consequences of things in order to live right. You have your life.
Thank you. You have your life. You know, it's in line with the next question there. I want us to talk on, you know, the role of both parents in parenting, you know, their children. But let's first of all, there is this whole aspect that has to do with how to control your emotion. Now, a child is in line with what you're just coming out from. But again, you know, there's that period in life where the emotions may be so up.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know lots of persons may call it the puberty stage and so on and so on. And you really do not have guide. We don't want to like blame you. We're here to help out. We don't want to like condemn somebody or blame you. We are here to help out. December is at the corner. The young girls there, the young boys. Don't be surprised you walk on the streets now. In those days, this is what we were saying, that today is not like yesterday. You can walk on the street now, you see from 5. From 4, they're already kissing by the roadside. But in those days, it was a taboo.
Yes.
So on. So we're not like condemning the kids. No, the world is advancing and so on. But now you understand why the counselor began by saying that parents are advanced also with your children. Advance with them also. Update. Don't leave your age, this age, like you miss it out in the upbringing of the children. I hope I'm correct there. So that's it there. I think we need some tips on how, as a young girl in the puberty stage, the young boy, on how to control their emotions. I know the counselor will say read books or this, that, but how many of them will have the patience?
Betty,
they've not learned it. They need somebody to tell them. You see, and now if there's nobody to stand the gap, their friends would, and that's now why you see them doing instead the opposite.
A great man make a statement: you are the handicap you must face.
Okay.
You are the handicap you must face. Youth outside there, you are the one to choose your place. The great men you have seen today, they all have the ears, 2 ears you are having today, 2 hands, and 1 mouth, and a foot to use if they would do. So you are the handicap you must face. How to control your emotion as a youth? You are the handicap you must face. I say handicap. You are the handicap. How to control your emotion? Number 1, read positive information.
Okay.
Read. I am still repeating that you are the handicap you must face. You are the one to choose by yourself. So choose the right information to read, because when you are reading wrong information through social media, you are watching negative images. There is something in every human being, they call it your subconscious.
Okay.
It is like something in the computer, they call it, is it box or what they call it? Everything you store inside, everything you carry, information you carry in the computer, you know they store it in a particular place. So every negative information, a youth, you watch all those negative things, they enter in something in some way in your mind. They call it your subconscious. They stay there and they are waiting. So every negative information that you watch, you listen to, they go and store in your subconscious. They are waiting for reaction. So what I'm advising you to do, how to control your emotion: control what you watch, control what you read, control the company you keep. You are the handicap you must face. You know this is a bad friend. You know the lifestyle of that person. You go and keep company with that your friend. Show me who your friend is. I would also tell you who you are. I repeat, my brothers and sisters outside, the youth of today, you are the handicap you must face. So choose the right friend. Choose the right company. Watch positive things. Select the kind of images you watch. I repeat, select the kind of information you read. You are the one to choose.
What about where to go?
Even where to go, Betty. I say you are the one to choose your place. It means where to go. You are the one to select to. The choice is yours. God has given the will to everybody, but He doesn't manipulate your will. Even your parents cannot manipulate your will. Even your teachers cannot manipulate your will. Your teachers only give you positive information, and they also show you the wrong ones. They say, okay, in between the two, you choose one.
Good.
You are the handicap you must face.
Good.
To control your emotions, control what you watch, because it is what you watch that is being engraved into your subconscious, and before you know, you start reacting it. It's like you are producing what you watched last night. In your dream, you begin to have wet dreams. As you get up in the morning to go, you begin to react according to those things you saw the previous time, according to the things you heard the previous time. So don't keep bad company. You are the handicap you must face.
Thank you.
Don't listen to negative information. Don't watch negative things. Don't go to wrong places.
Good.
That is how to control your emotions, because anywhere you go, the information you get from that place, they enter into your subconscious, and before you know, your emotions begin to react according to that which you have seen, that which you have heard, the kind of places you go. So control them. By controlling the kind of places you go, the friends you keep, information you gather, and what the images you watch, it will also help to control your emotions. Betty, that is all.
Thank you so much. I think it's very important there.
And I think the most foundational way of controlling your emotion, there is a book of life. There is a book of what? Life. And this book, they call it what? The Bible. It is spirit and it is life. If you are meditating on the word of God every day, it will also help you 50% to control your emotion.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Counselor Elizabeth John. Somebody may be wondering, how do I control my emotion as a young girl?
Yes.
And so on. This thing is not only for parents, so and so
No.
on. You have a role to play.
You are the handicap you must
Thank
face.
you. Watch where you go to. Very important. The company you keep, the things you watch, the things you see, the things you listen to.
Yes.
And so, okay, thank you so much. I think that can help. If only you decide to. Yeah, you know, you cannot take a horse to a stream and enforce the hustle. Anyway, thank you so much. The few more, minutes we still have to be together. The role of both parents in parenting their children or a child. Now this is December, we're still there. We are in marriages and family. That's where we are on this set. So it's still the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator, and it's NG Television. We keep promising you all from this end the very best. It's in the year now. I think there's some parents who think that, because Ma is always there, they are the ones to occupy themselves with the children, and daddies are not there, or because daddy is always there, in case it's Ma who is always working, daddy should be there. Don't you think the role of both parents in parenting, that's bringing up their children, is very important? Why do I say so? Even if for nothing, this season is a dangerous season. So, what about parents out there? One person is not really concerned. One person is not concerned. One person is not concerned. What do we say to them this afternoon? Don't you think everyone must be involved?
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous, Betty. Most of the juvenile you are seeing today, it is because children were being left in the hand of one parent.
Okay.
Because one parent alone will not be able to bring up a child 100% right. Why am I saying so? The two parents must be involved. Because like a girl child, once they are 13 years, a girl child always have this alienation to the father.
Thank you.
Once a girl child is already 13 years, mama leave the girl child to the father to handle. Because at this juncture, the emotions need a man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very important.
I'm telling you the truth. Once a girl child is 13 years, she doesn't need the mother again. She's seeing the mother as an enemy.
Thank you.
Yes, she's seeing the mother as an enemy. At this juncture, it's a father that needs to take that girl child and make friend to that girl. Make friend with your girl child from 13 years. And so if the father is not available at that time, that 13 years where the girl child is coming up, the child will fail. That girl child will fail because he did not get emotion from the father. And so he tends to see men outside, the body will be shivering. The body will be shivering because it is strange to her. He has not gotten that emotion from the